After drinking this contaminated water, animals and humans are falling sick. You can see that a man is cutting the tree, which is called deforestation. We can get rid of pollution by taking some effective measures such as treating waste before releasing them, use CNG instead of petrol and diesel, and many other. Take care of your environment.
Good, Pragya. Now answer some questions to the judges.
Good morning, Pragya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Pragya, you explained in your model about the pollution and different kinds of pollution. So will you explain what are the pollutants?
Ma'am, I think she's Navya because ma'am, I have prepared a model on respiratory system.
Navya, is she here?
Ma'am, I have created a model on visualization of activities among the sun, the earth, and the moon. This is not my model.
Excuse me, ma'am, I am Navya.
Yes, Beta, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, Navya. So
Yes,
what are air pollutants? Will you explain?
ma'am, air pollutants are the contaminants that get introduced in the natural environment.
Okay, examples of air pollutant, will you tell? You explained about the air pollution and water pollution by your model. So will you give examples of some air pollutant?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, ozone layer that a free radical of oxygen.
Ozone layer is the layer, beta. That is not the pollutant.
Ma'am, carbon monoxide.
Yes, carbon monoxide. Very
Ma'am,
good.
nitrogen oxides.
Oxides of nitrogen. Very good.
Ma'am, it is a common pollutant.
Common pollutants. Okay. And how can we reduce air pollution? What are the ways that we can follow to reduce air pollution? Okay, Navya, what material you have used to make your model?
I have used thermocol, cardboard, and some plastic trees and animals and paint to form the water.
Okay. Someone helped you or you made alone?
I have made it by myself. No one helped me.
Okay, beta. Okay, Navya, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Some students are asking that if they are having classes, can they leave? Yes, beta, if your model has been displayed and you have answered the Viva, then you can surely join your class. Okay. And our next student is Pragya, 6th A.
Good morning, teachers and all my dear friends. Today I am Pragya from class 6th and from Little Florians Public School, and I have prepared a model on respiratory system. First of all, what is respiratory system? The system that takes up oxygen and discharges carbon dioxide to satisfy energy requirements is called respiratory system. Now, let me show you my model. introduce my model to you. As I have already told you that I have made a model on respiratory system, and here the balloons are acting as lungs, and this straw is acting as windpipe. But now a question arises that what is the need of respiratory system? Why we need respiratory system? Respiratory system is needed because respiratory system allow us to breathe, or you can say respiratory system allow us to inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Now this is time for asking a question. Do you know what are the four major parts of respiratory system? Yes, the four major parts of respiratory system are lungs, windpipe, nose, and mouth. Now I will show you how will it work. When air will pass through the pipe, it will fill the balloons. Like that is how it will work. Thank you.
Thanks, Pragya, for showing beautiful lungs and their functions. And now let us have some answers from you.
Hello, good morning, Pragya. Am I audible?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay, so we have used actually human body part to show a model in the front in form of a model. So can you tell me what is the other name of windpipe? Because you have mentioned windpipe, right? What is the other name of windpipe? Okay,
Ma'am,
Pragya, am I
trachea.
Yes, correct. Very good. So, any respiratory disease, do you know any respiratory disease?
Ma'am, yes, asthma.
Asthma. So, what are the main reasons for the respiratory disease?
Ma'am,
If a person is suffering from a respiratory disease, yes, so what are the main reasons for that? Why people have this?
ma'am, because of inhaling harmful gases like pollution, and ma'am, due to allergies and infections.
Very good. So any air pollutants you know, like which if we inhale and we get the respiratory, we can have respiratory problems. Anyone pollutant?
Ma'am, alveoli.
Okay. Am I audible, Pragya?
Ma'am, yes.
Yes, Pragya. Can you hear me?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay. So, Acha, tell me which gas we inhale and which we exhale.
Ma'am, we inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide.
Are you sure?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pragya.
Our next student is
From Little Florians International School. Today I am going to present my model in front of you, and the topic is Agriculture Modern Farming Model.
This is not, sir, इसमें sound नहीं है इतना. अब start हो गया.
Now I will tell you what is solar energy. Solar energy is defined as the transformation of energy that is present in the sun and is one of the renewable energies. Once the sunlight passes through the Earth's atmosphere, most of it is in the form of visible light and infrared radiation. Advantages of solar energy. Clean. It is considered to the cleanest form of energy as there is no emission of carbon dioxide, like in case of fossil fuels, which is one of the causes of global warming. Second, renewable. There is an ample amount of energy available on Earth as long as the sun exists. Number three, free energy because it can be trapped easily. Disadvantages of solar energy. The production is low during winters and on cloudy days. Number two, installation and the initial cost of the materials are expensive. Number three, space consumption is more. Uses of solar energy. Water heating. Solar energy is used to replace electric heaters and gas as efficiency is more with 50 to 30%. Number two, cooking purposes. Solar cookers are used for cooking food. Solar energy is used to heat, cook and pasteurize the food. A solar cooker consists of an elevated heat sink such that when food is placed in it, it gets cooked well.
Stop.
Now I will tell you working of solar pumping system. The sun rays goes to the solar panel. In a solar pumping system, solar energy gets converted into electrical energy or electricity, through which the controller start working and both the lights get on and it starts the motor pump which in turn draws water from ground or groundwater. The pumped water is then fed into a storage area which is a overhead tank from which the water will get supplied to the farms, crops and fields. Now you can see how the water is supplying to from fields, farms and crops. Now I will tell you what is stubble burning. In Hindi we call it as parali, but in English it is stubble burning. Now let's see what stubble burning machine. Stubble burning is internationally setting fire to the straw stubble that remains after grains like paddy, wheat, etc. have been harvested. The practice was widespread until the 1990s when governments increasingly restricted its use. Advantages of stubble burning are kills slugs and other pests, can reduce nitrogen tie up. Disadvantages of stubble burning are loss of nutrients, pollution from smoke, risk of fire spreading out of control. Now you can see my model. Hope you like my model. Thank you.
Okay. So, Jia Malik, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so you like plants that you choose agriculture for your model. Agriculture topic you had chosen for your model. Do you like plants or that? Yes, Jia.
Please repeat your question.
You had chosen the agriculture topic for your model. Why?
And
Okay,
because
fine. Yes. Jia, speaker.
because
Yes. Beta, your voice is not audible. Yes, Jia. Please, just check your mic. Your voice is not audible, beta. Speak up now. Not audible, beta.
am I
Now audible. Now unmute yourself.
my in my agriculture model because
Yes. Okay, I guess there is some technical glitch. You can turn off your video, then you can speak. Yes, Jia. Yes, Jia. Okay, the first question is you talked about the solar power irrigation. So, solar energy is renewable or non renewable source of energy?
I'm renewable.
Okay, so what do you mean by renewable sources of energy?
Please repeat.
What do you mean by renewable source of energy? You said solar energy is a renewable source of energy. So, what do you mean by that? What is a renewable source of energy? Yes, Jia. Okay, fine. Can you give me any other example of renewable source of energy other than sun or solar energy? Jia, am I audible, beta? Please reply.
Oh,
You can reply in chat box as well. Yes, Jia, mute yourself.
Mute yourself.
Yes, beta. Can you
ma'am,
hear me
are
now?
you
Yes.
asking renewable energy example?
Yes. Okay. Fine. What is the benefit of, or what is the advantage of the solar power irrigation? Any one advantage?
Ma'am, because it can easily.
It can
Ma'am, energy because it can be trapped easily.
be trapped easily. Okay. Fine. Thank
Ma'am,
you.
free energy because it can be trapped easily.
Okay, beta. Thank you so much, Jia.
I am student of class 6C from LFPS Shivaji Park. I made a model of hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity is electricity model by generator that are pushed by the movement of water. It is usually made with them. The water flowing over a waterfall to generate electricity. Material I one wood board, 3 stick of wood, paper, some spoon, one bulb, one motor, one bicycle spur, glue gun, etc. C.
Akashi. Good morning, Akashi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Amazing that you have shown everyone the value of water and how is it important for all of us, right? So, you talked
Yes, ma'am.
about hydroelectricity through your model. What do you mean by hydro word in that?
Ma'am, what is the question?
The question is, what do you mean by hydro word meaning? Or what is the meaning of hydro in hydroelectricity?
Ma'am, hydroelectric.
What is the meaning of word hydro?
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am,
Yes, Akashi. What is the meaning of hydro? Hydro means? Acha, what you have used in your model to produce electricity? Which thing you have used?
ma'am, wood board, 3 stick of wood, paper, some spoon, 1 bulb, 1 motor, 1 bicycle spoke, 2 wheel at glue gun, etc.
Okay. Other than this, you have used water in this or not? So hydro means water. Okay. Hydro means water.
Water.
So what is the advantage of hydroelectricity?
Ma'am, electricity is produced do not harm the environment like oil or coal.
Okay. So is there any disadvantage of hydroelectricity? Is there any disadvantage while producing the hydroelectricity?
पापा से ले जाओ.
Yes, Akashi?
Then disadvantage.
Do you think any disadvantage can be possible?
Ma'am.
Okay. Okay, just give me a simple answer, yes or no.
Ma'am, no.
Okay. Thank you, Akashi.
Okay, ma'am.
The model of and solar eclipse. I am from class 6C, Shivaji Park, Agra. Lunar eclipse. During lunar eclipse, the earth comes between the moon and blocks sunlight of the sun and solar eclipse. When moon comes between the sun and earth, this blocks the sunlight of the sun. Earth does not receive the sunlight from the sun. Thank you.
Good morning, Natik.
Good morning, ma'am.
By watching your model, I think you like space a lot. Is that so?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you talked about the eclipses, specifically lunar eclipse through your model. Can you explain what is an eclipse?
Yes, ma'am. The partial or blocking of light of one celestial body by another.
Okay, what are the two types of eclipses then?
Ma'am, solar eclipse or lunar eclipse.
Okay, when we can say that there is a total solar eclipse?
Yes, ma'am.
When can we say that, or how does total solar eclipse occur?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, when the moon comes between earth and sun and blocks the light of sun and it casts shadow towards the earth. It's called solar eclipse.
Very good. Okay. So is it necessary that all the three, sun, moon, and earth, should be in a straight line for an eclipse to occur?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it necessary for all the three, sun, moon, and earth, to be in a straight line to occur?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, last question. Do eclipses occur at other planets also? Yes or
No,
no?
ma'am. Ma'am, no.
Why? Okay, thank you so much, Natek.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Student of class 6th from Little Florians Public Senior Secondary School. Friends, today I'm going to show you my this model of science exhibition project. It is based on solar energy. Solar energy is the energy which is generated by the sun, and it is a renewable resource because it is generated by the sun, and it has lots of uses which are my model is also showing. This is the solar panel. The solar energy is used in home for cooking and drying clothes, etc. Then in our agriculture, plants use solar energy to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. In the battery is also generated by the solar energy. In an electric car uses solar energy to run. In electricity also used solar energy to generate. Hope you understand the uses of solar energy and what is solar energy. Thank you for giving your precious.
Hello, Naisha. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so you talked about solar energy through your model, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think solar energy is useful for all the places at the earth?
Ma'am, no.
No, why?
Ma'am, because it is generated when sun is there. If sun is not there, it cannot be used.
So, at which places you can think that solar energy will not be beneficial for people?
Ma'am, at night and at the weather when it is not sunny, at
Okay,
the
so
place where weather is not sunny.
okay. So, is it a renewable source of energy or non-renewable source of energy?
Ma'am, renewable source of energy.
Can you define renewable source of energy?
The ren- the things that can be generated with the natural source of nature provided are called renewable energy like sunlight, water, air, and etc.
Okay. So tell me, can you save the solar energy as well for the future further use?
And what, please repeat
Can
question?
you save the solar energy for further use?
No.
No. Okay. Thank you, Naisha.
Okay, ma'am.
Dear friends, I am Antriksh Verma from class 6th B. Today I have made this mini air cooler. There is a motor inside it that makes the fan movable. This mini cooler takes electricity from these fans. There is a drawer at the base of my cooler. In drawer, we have a place to keep ice like this, so that our mini cooler gives us cool air. I used cardboard to make its outer surface. Use wire to connect motor with the cells. At last, I want to show you my cooler working. Thank
Antriksh. Good morning. Okay, so you have made an air cooler. So I'm very eager to know what materials you had used for that.
I'm pan, cardboard, and some ice cubes, some toothpins.
Sorry, the last material that you said?
Toothpins.
Okay. So do you think that this air cooler will be working for a medium size room, big size room, or for like what size room can you make this air cooler and it will be working properly?
Please repeat this question.
The air cooler that you had made, will it be possible to use it for a medium size room during summer?
Yes, ma'am.
No.
Yes, Shreya.
Okay. On what principle your machine actually works?
For some electricity, some with cells, some two cells.
Just wait for a minute, Antrich. Okay, Antrich. Can you hear me now? Okay, so on what principle your machine actually works? Which principle?
Something cells,
Sorry?
something give us cold air.
To give us cold air. Okay, is there any disadvantage of this air cooler that you made? Like the energy consumption or something?
Yes.
So can we use any alternate source of energy to run this air cooler like solar energy or something during
And
summers? Fine. So we can make it an advantage of this by using the solar energy. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Antrish.
Now all the students are requested to turn on their videos. Please turn on your videos, beta.
Ma'am and my dear friends, my name is Siddhant Tatish and I read in 6th class. My topic is water cycle. The water cycle describes the continuous movement of the water on above and below the surface of the earth. There are four main stages in the water cycle. Let's look at each of the stages. Evaporation. This is when warmth from the sun causes water from ocean, lakes, rivers to rise into the air and turn into water vapor gas. Condensation. This is when water vapor in the air cools down and turns back into liquid water. Precipitation. This is when water in the lake, rivers, snow, hail falls falls clouds falls from clouds in the sky. Collection. This is when warmth that falls from the clouds as rain, snow, hail collects into the ocean, river, lakes. Most will infiltrate the ground and will collect as underground water. Thank you.
Hello Siddhant, good morning. Siddhant, am I audible?
Vigyan from class 7th A. Today I am going to present my model on topic solar irrigation. What is solar irrigation? Solar irrigation uses the sun's energy to power a pump which supplies water to crops to grow. So how does it work?
Good morning, Ananya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so you talked about solar power irrigation in your model, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, is solar energy a renewable or non-renewable source of energy?
Renewable.
Renewable. Okay. What's the advantage of solar energy?
Ma'am, please repeat the question.
What are the advantages of using solar energy?
Solar energy can be used with the power of the sun.
Okay.
It is easily available in the daytime, but there is a disadvantage also when there is not sunny, it will not work.
Okay. So how you will be converting the solar energy into electricity using which equipment, instrument, what we need for that? Do we need to install any specific material for using the solar energy?
Yes, ma'am.
Which material we have to install to use the solar energy?
Solar panel.
Solar panels, fine. So what type of cells can we use to convert the solar energy or to store solar energy? What type of cells? Okay, Ananya. Fine, thank you.
Of Little Florians International School. As you know, science exhibition is started, and my topic is different types of energy like the wind. But there are many more. Look, first one is wind energy, light energy, and magnetic energy. So first we discuss about wind energy. Windmill uses natural source wind to generate electricity. Let me tell you its functioning. The wind have low RPM means low speed converted into high RPM, high speed with the help of gearbox. Then it goes to generator and generator produce electricity. Then it goes to grid and finally it's supplied. Let me show it in it's working. The wind is moving and by the process that I told you, the electricity is generated. So, let me tell you about our second energy in this is light energy. When terminals of battery connected to a light bulb, it created a pathway for current to flow. Negatively charged electrons
Negatively charged electron flow from positive to negative. No, it's not positive to negative. It's negative to positive. It's flow from negative to positive. And this flow of current converts chemical potential energy into electrical energy. Let me show you. When two terminals of battery connected to a bulb, it created pathway. With the help of wires, that pathway is created. And when I switch on a bulb, the chemical potential energy of battery with the help of wires goes to lightning bulb and converted into electrical energy. So let's discuss the third one, magnetic energy. So application of magnetic effect of current, that electromagnet, which indicates by its name a magnet made by using electricity. It actually a magnetic effect of current. It actually a magnetic effect of current. I taken an iron nail and works like a magnet when switch is on and current pass through it. Current flow through it. And as soon as the switch is off, its magnetism get disappear. And it's not a regular magnet. It's for only the time when current flow through it. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye.
Good morning, Gauri.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. So, Gauri, you talked about the types of energies in your model. So, can you tell me what is energy?
Ma'am, the ability to do work is known as energy.
Okay. So, you have shown three types of energies through your model. Is there are any other types of or forms of energies possible? Are there?
Ma'am, yes, there are many more energy.
Like?
Ma'am, like kinetic energy, chemical potential energy, and many more.
Very good. So you have used a term RPM in your presentation. What is the full form of RPM?
Ma'am, what?
What is the full form of RPM?
Ma'am, the full form of RPM is round per minute.
Round per minute or revolutions per minute?
Revolutions per minute.
Sir is saying yes. It is revolutions per minute. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So, what can you think? Like you told about electromagnet. So, electromagnet is permanent or temporary?
Ma'am, it's temporary.
It's temporary. Okay. Thank you so much, Gauri.
Okay, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good
morning.
morning on the virtual platform.
Thank you, sir.
A warm welcome to sir.
From class 8B. I have participated in the science exhibition. My model is free energy production and glowing the bulb with the help of potato and salt water. The now material required to make this is blade, copper wire, an LED, potato, salt and water. So this is salty water and potato enter into the salty water, and you can see one blade is outside the water and one blade is inside the potato. Now when I'll just enter this blade into the water, it will start lighting. See, you can see, and from potato too. So now I will clarify you how this is getting produced. This is getting produced because the salt molecules are made up of chlorine ions and sodium ions, which produces electricity, and potato reacts with the copper wire and the blades to produce electricity. This produces electricity and makes my model working.
Good morning, Shaurya.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, so through your model, you had shown a very interesting way how can we produce the energy from a simple potato. So you had used, what are the materials specifically you had used?
I have used an LED light emitting diode. I have used an potato. I have used salty water. That's all, and some copper wires.
Okay, so why you had used salty water and not normal water?
Um, I have used no. If I have used normal water, it can't conduct electricity. I have taken salt water because it can conduct electricity, as salt molecules are made up of chlorine ions and sodium ions, which lead to produce electricity.
Correct, because of the presence of ions. Okay, so what is the chemical name of salt?
Uh,
Chemical name of salt. You just said. You know that.
Ma'am, that's sodium.
Sodium.
Fluoride.
Only. See, sir replied. It is sodium chloride. Okay. So you just know sodium
Also know.
chloride. Yes.
Ma'am,
Now
also
next
know.
question. How long can a potato give the energy? How long can a potato give the energy? For how, if I will use a single potato?
Ma'am, a medium-sized potato can produce for 10 to 15 minutes only.
Okay. Thank you so much, Shaurya.
Welcome, ma'am.
Joshi of class 8B from LFIS. Today I prepare model for science exhibition and my topic is pollution. You know friend, pollution damaging our mother in so many different ways. There are mainly three types of pollution: air, water and land. I make my model on air and water pollution. Have a look of it. Now question arises in your mind. What is air pollution and what is water pollution? Now, what is air pollution? When toxic substance released by factories, vehicles, or human beings in our environment is called air pollution. Like this chimney, it releases toxic substance in our atmosphere and pollute our environment. Now, how we can reduce it? We can reduce it by we can't burn plastic. We can recycle or reuse it. How it affects us? It affects our breathing. It affects our breathing. Or now, what is water pollution? When toxic subchemicals released in water bodies like ponds, river, is called water pollution. Like this industry, it releases toxic chemical in water bodies. So it pollutes the water bodies, and that's why it called water pollution. Now, how we can reduce it? We can reduce it by applying proper filter system in it. By applying proper filter system in it before releasing it in water bodies. Now, how it affects us? It affects our drinking, our both animal and human drinking. And last, I want to say you that please realize the precious gift sent us by our mother earth. Thank you and have a nice day.
Good morning, Shivansh. Shivansh, you have nicely explained your model. So, Shivansh,
Thank
can you tell me what is the difference between a water pollutant and an air pollutant?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Water pollutants are the example. Water pollutant examples are sewage, factory wastes, etc. and etc. And ma'am, air pollutants are carbon monoxide, and ma'am, nitrogen dioxide and sulfur dioxide. And ma'am, second point, ma'am, water pollutants, ma'am, that pollute water, that are water pollutants, and the the pollutants like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, which pollute air, is called air pollutants.
Shivansh, if I give you any radioactive substance and we just directly dump it into any river, so what do you think? Would it be a water pollutant or a solid pollutant?
It is a water pollutant because it affects aquatic animals which present in water bodies.
Okay, good. Now, can you tell me any other ways how can we save or protect our environment?
जब पुल उतरेगा
Ma'am,
ना
can
पुल उतरने
you
से पहले कट से
Just define or tell me any other way how can we protect our environment from all these pollutants? What are the protective measures we can take?
we can use we can use 3 R's: recycle, reuse, and reduce. And we can't burn plastic in open areas. We can't burn plastic, cow dungs, and wood, coal, petroleum, diesel in open areas. We use CNG kit in our vehicles, and we if we go to nearby market, we can't use scooters, cars. We can walk or use bicycles.
Good.
And for water pollution, we we should treat the water which is released by factories before releasing in factories. And we can't mix water with human excreta, etc. And we can't throw plastics. And the most common example that we know, that river Yamuna, it is the most pollutant river in the world. But in India, 75 million people use it. In Delhi, 70% use of Yamuna river, that's that it is polluted river. There
Okay.
are so many programs to
I
clear
must say
Yamuna
you
river.
have a good data regarding the pollution. So can you name me any gaseous air pollutant?
Ma'am, gaseous, ma'am, carbon monoxides,
Okay.
ma'am, glaciers.
No, no, gaseous. The answer is correct. Okay. Thank you, Shivansh.
As you all know, today we all are gathered here for our science model exhibition. I, Thakur of class 8B, is going to present a model on the topic urinary system, which fall under the category of urine cleanliness. Let's start. The urinary system come into play for the disposal. Keep on generating a lot of hazardous and unwanted liquid waste. These waste are toxic waste products in our body which will circulate in our blood. Water can and excess of water can be waste too. Our body get rid of it only through the urinary system. Let's study the urinary system in deep. The urinary system starts from the kidney. These organs are located in the upper abdominal area of our back muscle on the both left and right side of our body. When the blood passes through it, it gets clean, and the blood get clean and separated from the waste compound, and the excess of waste combined with the water to form urine. After that, the urine come out through a couple of ureter node and come out through a and bladder is a pouch like organ that hold the urine until the body get rid of it, and then the bladder make the urine to a pipe tube-like structure, urethra, and the to make the exit of our urine from our body. Thank you so much.
Now I would request respected Rajesh Dua sir to please motivate our young scientists.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Your This program is going very nicely. All the students are have done prepared very good model, and they thorough thorough knowledge of their project. I wish them success in their life. Actually, I am going somewhere. I am on the route, and I have to leave my car. That's why I have very short of time. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
What
Thank you so much.
Yes, Tapur. Urinary system. So can you tell me the function of kidneys in our body?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, to f- kidneys help in the urine to form. It the urine is formed from the blood which is mixed by with the waste product of our body.
Okay. So can you tell me any two types of nitrogenous waste? Any two types of nitrogenous waste? Okay, so Tapur, can you tell me the function of urinary bladder?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, urinary bladder is a pouch-like organ which make the urine to keep there, and when the time is there, it make the urine to come out of our body as a human urine.
Okay. So if a human has only one kidney, so will it be possible for our body to excrete out all the nitrogenous waste or all the waste material from our body? If
Ma'am, yes.
you turn on your video?
Ma'am, actually I can, but I in my laptop the camera is not there, and my webcam is not also working.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Tapur.
Next is Priyanka, and whenever you are
Everyone, my name is Priyanka Vashne. I am studying in class 8th A, Little Flowers Public Senior Secondary School. My project is about drip irrigation system. I have prepared a model on it, so let's look at the model. So, let's recall what is actually drip irrigation. Well, drip irrigation is a method which provides water to the plants drop by drop just at their base, which is near to the roots, and the water is not wasted at all, and the plants get regular water supply. The drip irrigation system is a boon to the plants in the regions where availability of water is poor. It is used in water gardens and fruit trees. Irrigation by modern methods avoids wasteful of use of water and helps in water conservation. Drip irrigation is mostly used in regions where there is high water scarcity, as much water is not wasted at all. Drip irrigation actually provides a lot of advantages in context to other methods of irrigation like drip irrigation helps in increasing yield of the crop, early maturation, water saving, fertilizer saving, also increased fertilizer use or decrease the efficient uh, also saves energy and labor. Use of saline water is also possible for irrigation in drip system, and it reduces the growth of weeds, less problems of diseases and pests in the field, and makes the intercultural operations easy for the farmer. By keeping all of these advantages in the eye, it is best suitable for the farmer to adapt the drip irrigation system. Now let's look at the model. Add water. If we add water to the water tank, then the water will move to the pipe and will supply water drip by drip to the plant right above it. And it is going drip by drip, so that means no water is actually wasting, and the plants will get irrigated at proper time. There's no manual labor needed. After an hour, we see that the soil is fully moist and not very water clogging, so that means that water is coming in a good pace of time. It is not waterlogging the plants. Thank you for giving me your time.
Priyanka, I repeat, can you tell me the difference between drip irrigation and sprinkler irrigation?
Ma'am, in drip irrigation, plants are getting watered drip by drip and at particular intervals. And ma'am, in sprinkler system, there is a sprinkler which provides water in all the directions, but not really periodically and not very efficiently or equally, you can say. But in drip irrigation, the water is supplied equally and at proper time.
Okay. Can you tell me some ancient methods of irrigation?
Ma'am, ancient methods include dhakli and ma'am, hand pulling system, which was used in Punjab region.
Okay. So, what is the primary goal of drip irrigation?
Ma'am, the primary goal of drip irrigation is to save water and to give the plants equal water, not a
Okay.
lot of water or not less water,
All right.
and
So,
not to waste water.
Can you tell me, out of so many methods that we have for irrigation, which one is the most beneficial method or efficient method of irrigation?
Ma'am, drip irrigation method.
Can you state any reason why?
Ma'am, because it does not waste water, firstly, and secondly, ma'am, the plants are getting watered equally and at right time, so there's
Okay.
no waste of water. And in other methods, there is a lot of manual labor used also. And if we use machines too, the water is not supplied equally and at right intervals. So, ma'am, drip irrigation is the best method.
Okay. So can you tell me, is it a manual method of irrigation or an automatic or semi-automatic method of irrigation?
Ma'am, semi-automatic we can say.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanka.
Welcome, ma'am.
Prakhar, turn on your video, please.
My name is Prakhar. I study in class 6 in Little Flower International School. Today I will show you hydraulic crane made of cardboard and syringe. This part of crane is called loader. This is called stick. This is called backhoe. And this part of crane is known as boom.
All right, Prakhar. So Prakhar, your model is really good. So can you tell me a bit about what is hydraulic?
Ma'am, the things that work from
Prakhar, can you
water.
turn on your video?
मैम नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम।
मैम मेरी टर्न अब तक नहीं आई मैम, मेरी टर्न 10:50 पे आनी थी।
Okay, Rupansh is speaking. Yes. So Prakhar, what do you mean by the term hydraulic?
मैम, the things that work from water.
Okay. And what is the principle behind the working of hydraulic cranes? Or you can tell me about the working. How is it work, the hydraulic cranes?
Ma'am, it work from water.
Okay. But then how the water is being utilized here to lift those heavy materials?
Ma'am, because of syringe.
Because Because of?
Orange.
Okay. So any other types of crane that you know?
What?
Any other types of crane that you know?
Derricks.
Okay. So what do you mean by cranes specially?
It is a vehicle that is used to dig or pick up materials.
Okay. And what are the advantages of your hydraulic crane? Why we are using hydraulic cranes? There must be some advantage behind it.
For materials.
All right, Prakhar, thank you.
I am Rupan of class 6th Little Flowers Public Senior Secondary School, Shivaji Park, Chadra, Delhi. Today I am here to present my project of science exhibition of Vigyan Pradarshini. Let's start. My project name is Motorboat. Its parts are thermocol, 9-watt battery, connector, switch, a DC motor and a fan. First we connect one wire of connector from DC motor and other to the first switch. Then we take another connecting wire and take and connect it from switch to DC motor, and then we connect connector with the battery and put fan it on DC motor. Now our project is ready. Let's test it. It rotates. It moves. Thank you.
Nice, Rupansh. So, Rupansh, can you tell me the principle on which your machine is working?
Ma'am, on energy.
On?
Ma'am, on energy.
On energy. So, what kind of energy it is?
Ma'am, kinetic.
Okay. So, can you tell me different forms of energy?
Ma'am, ma'am, kinetic energy and
And?
मैम सेकंड नहीं याद आ रही.
Okay. Do you know the law of conservation of energy?
Ma'am, what?
The law of conservation of energy?
Ma'am, no.
Okay. Can you tell me that sunlight is a source of energy or not?
Ma'am, what?
Sunlight is a source of energy or not?
Ma'am, yes.
Okay. So how many motors are there in your boat?
Ma'am, only one motor. Ma'am, see. Ma'am, this only.
Okay.
And ma'am, I connected a switch here because it, if if I don't connect switch here, it will continuously work and battery will be drained. So to prevent this situation, I use a switch. Ma'am, it's work now.
Okay, and what is the function of this fan you have installed at the back?
Ma'am, the function of this fan is, ma'am, it is used in moving of this boat.
Okay. All right, Rupansh. Thank you so much.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम मेरी टर्न 10:55 पर आनी थी, मैम अभी तक नहीं आई है.
Okay, we'll note it.
I am going to show my project of windmill. Windmills are machines that convert energy from the wind into useful work by rotating. The rotation of windmill often powers a motor generator to produce electricity or mechanical works. For this, I use paper, straw, cardboard, glue, tape, scissor. Now my windmill is ready. Thank you. Now I am owning it, showing you my windmill. This is a pen of windmill and this is a home. Glowing light.
All right, Devesh, sorry. So Devesh, you have prepared a windmill, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So Devesh, can you tell me that which type of energy is produced by windmill?
Ma'am, wind energy.
Wind energy. Okay. And what are the applications of wind energy? Where can we use it?
In villages.
For?
In villages for electricity.
All right, good. So do you know what is green power?
Ma'am, what?
What is green power?
Ma'am, it was fan.
It was?
Fan.
Devesh, can you tell me that can you find energy in plants? Wind energy in plants.
Ma'am, no.
And just state me any reason that how it is beneficial for the environment. The windmill that you have created, how is it beneficial for the environment?
मैम ये नहीं पता मैम.
So you have prepared a windmill. So can you tell me where you are going to use it? Where will you use this windmill?
मैम for electricity.
For electricity. Okay. So can you tell me any two forms of energy?
मैम thermal energy.
Okay.
और मैम solar energy.
Solar energy. Good. All right. Thank you, Devesh.
Thank you, ma'am.
Myself,
Prabal Prakash Singh from Little Florian International School, class 6. Today I am showing you a model for model exhibition. So, and this name is a wind turbine, and it is based on green power, which means the obtaining power from the renewable resources, that is wind. Sustainable energy is energy produced and used in such a way that it meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. Renewable resources such as solar, wind, and hydroelectric energy considered to be sustainable. In my model, I am showing the conversion of wind energy into electrical energy, and that electrical energy can be used for various house purposes. I am connected this charger to this. It is so I am connected to the adapter, and I am on the switch of this. While I am on the switch, the full model full model starting is working. That you can see that you can see with the help of wind turbine, the wind energy is converted into electrical energy. That you can see the light is glowing and fan is moving. But fan, it is a wind turbine, as you can say windmill, and 50% 50% work is based on wind turbine. Energy can be used to power the houses for lighting or any other purposes. That you can see the light is glowing. It is also obvious that the lightning was the windmill was helping for lighting bulbs, and the power obtained from wind turbine. The power obtained from wind turbines can be used for charging the batteries of e-rickshaw. Any low powered e-rickshaw has to be this. That is an low powered e-rickshaw that you can see for carrying some person, some people, and some weight. And his battery, its battery is there, and it is a switch of this. I am connected to this for charging an e-rickshaw, because without connected this, the charging of e-rickshaw is not possible. Let's so you can see the this is a charging point of e-rickshaw, and this is the powerhouse. This is a switch, and this is a house from made from cardboard. This is a cardboard windmill. That this fan is moving by motor, and this is the wind. In this, the wire is running, and in this wire the current is running through this, and the current is running through this, and this is a, and I'm connected. It is a full power charging completed. So let's move it. Thanks for watching my video.
All right, Prabal. So, can you tell me some different renewable energy sources?
Ma'am, ma'am, please repeat.
What do you mean by renewable source of energy?
Ma'am, sorry, I don't know.
Okay. So what do you understand by green power?
Ma'am, a green power is which power that can be natural.
Okay. And if I give you wind energy and solar energy plus biomass energy, so what do you think? These are the renewable sources of energy or not?
Ma'am, yes.
Yes. Very good. Okay. So how can you apply your model in protecting the environment? How can
And
you use your model
protecting
in protection of the environment? Yes.
and protection of the
Because
environment.
it is a source of renewable energy,
Ma'am,
right?
yes. Yes, ma'am.
So how can you protect the environment using it?
Ma'am, protecting.
Or any application of your model?
Any application. Ma'am, I'm sorry, I don't know.
So what are the uses? State any two uses of your model.
Ma'am, my model is used for electric house purposes, like
Very
ma'am,
good.
electricity and for ma'am for charging battery of e-rickshaw, ma'am, and
Very good.
cable car and metro trains, ma'am.
Okay.
Also,
What do you understand by energy, the term energy?
ma'am, energy, ma'am, which can be not destroyed and neither make.
Neither created. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So
Ma'am,
can you tell me that sun is a source of energy or not?
Sun,
Yes.
ma'am, yes, oh, ma'am, yes.
Okay. And what about
Because
the
ma'am,
wind?
by sun that was solar energy is conducted.
Okay. So thank you, Prabal.
excuse me, ma'am.
All of you, please turn on your videos.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Ma'am, can I leave or not?
Yes, you can.
Thank
Rupansh,
you.
Aishwarya, Antriksh, please turn on your videos. And Devansh was asking, ma'am, can I leave? If you are having class, you can leave it. If you have displayed your exhibit.
Ma'am, I have one.
All my dear friends, I am pleased to introduce about myself, Shnaya Chaudhary of class 6B from LFPS school. Today, I am going to show my subject which is about urinary system. So, you have many doubts about urinary system, that what is urinary system and what urinary system consists of. So in this video, I will tell you what these answer these questions. So now, so the first question is that what urinary system consists of. So urinary system consists of kidneys and ureters and this is urethra and the urinary bladder. So what do you mean by urinary system? So the urinary system include of kidneys, ureters, urethra and urinary bladder. And as well as you know that our body needs nutrients and we get nutrients from the food and convert them to energy. After the body has taken the food components, so the waste is left behind in the bowel and in the blood. So in another words, we can say that the purpose of the urinary system is to eliminate the waste from our body. And the interesting fact is that the urinary system is also known as the renal system and urinary tract consists of kidneys and ureters, urethra and urinary bladder. So, the one more interesting fact is that the kidneys form of urine and account for others. And the urinary system include regulate the blood volume and blood pressure and blood and control levels of electrolytes and metabolites in our body. So here I am sharing one test with you. So have a look at it. This is the pipe which I bought from a hardware shop, and this is the cardboards. Okay, this is my organs, which is made up of cardboard. So have a look at this. Add water in the cup. Water is going so that means it is successful. I hope you like my project and my test and my speech. So have a good day and good afternoon.
Well done, Shania. It was very nice. So, Shania, your topic is urinary. Right. So, can you tell me the importance of urinary system in our body?
Ma'am, yes. Ma'am, to eliminate waste from our body.
Very good. And what is the structural unit of kidneys? How many kidneys do we have?
Ma'am, two kidneys.
Okay. Then just tell me what will happen if there is urinary system not working in our body. What will happen then?
Ma'am, what will happen? Ma'am, the waste is collected in our body too much, so we cannot survive.
Okay, very good. And what is the function of urinary bladder?
Ma'am, the function of urinary bladder.
Yes. Function of kidneys?
Okay, ma'am. The function of kidneys. Ma'am,
Yes.
the kidney forms urine and account for others.
Okay. And who filters out the waste material in our body?
Ma'am, kidneys.
Okay. Thank you, Shania.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Sorry मैम 1 मिनट चांस है ना 11:20 पे आने की और अभी तक नहीं आई.
Dear friends, my name is Pari from class 6C from Little Flower Public Senior Secondary School, Shivaji Park, Shahada. Today in this video I am making my science exhibition project air car.
All right, Pari. So you have prepared a air car. First, I must say that the name is very good, air car. It is really attractive. So can you
Yes,
tell me
ma'am.
the principle of your model?
Ma'am, air.
Okay. And what are its advantages?
Ma'am, it reduces air pollution.
Okay. Which energy you have used here to run your car?
Ma'am, wind energy.
Okay. And what are the materials that you have used in preparing your model?
Ma'am, cardboard, screws, balloon, a pump. Ma'am, wheels, straw. Ma'am,
Okay.
the clay.
Is there any role of the balance between your wheels in the car? Is there
Ma'am, yes.
equal?
Ma'am,
Yes.
yes. The size of the wheels is equal, then the car will work properly.
If the size of the wheels is
Equal, so the car works
equal.
properly.
Okay, very good. If you take out one wheel and give and just blow out lots of air, so will your car move ahead?
Ma'am, no. The
Okay.
car needs balance.
Do you know any air car which has been made? Any air car?
Ma'am, yes, please repeat the question.
Do you know any air car which has been prepared? Any actual or real air car?
Ma'am, no.
Okay. So you don't know about the compressed air cars?
Ma'am, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Pari.
Welcome, ma'am.
Class 6C. This is my science model on water dispenser. Now I will tell you how it is work. When I open the cap of bottle, the water is flowing in the pipe. And when I close the cap of bottle, the water is stopped automatically. This is cause of air pressure. Thank you.
All right. So can you tell me about the principle behind your model?
Yes, ma'am. Air pressure is the principle in the model. In my model.
Okay. So do you think that water dispensers are expensive? What?
Ma'am,
Do
no.
you? No. Okay. So how frequent does a water dispenser need servicing?
I'm sorry. Please repeat the question.
How frequent should we go for the servicing of a water dispenser? Your voice is not audible, Vidushi.
What is the meaning of this question?
Servicing means you need to clean out the filters. So how many times or how frequently we need that?
Ma'am, no. There is मैम वैन वी कैन मैम हमें वो तो वाटर के ऊपर डिपेंड है जैसे
Okay.
जैसे हम अगर हम प्योर वाटर बोतल में डालेंगे तो प्योर वाटर होगा
Very good.
इट इज नॉट फिल्ट्रेट द वाटर
All right. So can you tell me any application of your model? Any other application? How can we use it?
and yes it is used to save water and use water frequency and जरूरत के हिसाब से
Okay. So thank you, Vidushi.
Yes.
First is airways, second is landways, third is waterways, and fourth is railways. First, airways. The movement of the passengers and the cargo by aircraft such as airplanes and helicopters. Air transports have become the primary means of common carriage traveling. Air transportation also provides a communication or media link which is sometimes vital between the different groups of people being served. Landways are a path, road, or route of the land seaway, and landways would continue to fulfill via functions. There are some examples of land transport are car, buses, motorbikes, etc. The third, waterways. There are three basic type of waterways: natural rivers, candlelight rivers, and artificial waterways called canals. There are some examples of water transport are ship, boat, submarine, etc. Water transports are used to carry passenger and goods from one place to another place. They are cheaper than the airways. Fourth, rail transport. The rail transport is also known as train transport. It is the means of transport on vehicle which runs on tracks, rails, or railroads. It is one of the most important, commonly used for very cost effectively modes of community and goods carriage over long as well as short distance.
All right, Himaksh. So, Himaksh, you have prepared a model on the modes of transport basically. So, can you just tell me that which is the cheapest modes of transport? Cheapest mode of transport.
And the railways.
श्रेया मल्होत्रा, आपको दूसरा लिंक सेंड किया गया, आप उससे ज्वाइन कर लो बेटा.
Okay.
Okay. And tell me what are the advantages of using water transport?
The advantages of using water transport are mm, ma'am, they are cheaper and they are
Okay, just tell me that which mode of transport will you prefer when you have to transport goods from one place to another, and why?
water transport. Water transport are used to carry goods and peoples, and they are fast moving transport in the water.
Okay. So, Himaksh, also tell me that energy is used in moving a transport or not.
Ma'am, yes.
So, how can your model be utilized in saving energy?
Ma'am, using two thing car.
Okay.
Not only fuel, using other things also like solar car.
Okay. So, do you know about any energy efficient cars? Okay. Have you heard about electric cars?
Ma'am, no.
Okay. All right, Himaksh. Thank you.
I study in 6th C. My topic is solar system and my project is solar system. This is the sun, this is the Mercury, this is the Venus, this is the Earth, this is the Mars, this is the Jupiter, and this is the Saturn, and this is the Uranus, and this is Neptune. This is the eighth planet of the solar system. Bye bye.
All right. So can you tell me what is a satellite? Can you define what is satellite? Yes, Arshad? Okay. Tell me which one is a natural satellite of Earth?
Ma'am, moon.
Good. Do you know which part of sun is visible to humans? How many planets are there?
Ma'am, 8 planets.
Okay. So do you know about any constellation? Any name of one constellation? Just tell me what is the time taken by the sunlight to reach the Earth's surface? Do you know another name of full moon? What we call it? Full moon day. No, Arshit?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you, Arshit.
Navya, Navya, Navya Jain. You have written something in chat box, beta. Navya Jain.
मैम यस
You are in
मैम
science model or maths model?
मैम मैंने दोनों मॉडल्स
Navya.
बनवाए थे
Friends, my name is Siddhant Tatish and I read 6th class. My topic is water cycle. The water cycle describes the continuous movement of the water on above and below the surface of the earth. There are 4 main stages in the water cycle. Let's look at each of the stages. Evaporation. This is when warmth from the sun causes water from ocean, lakes, rivers to rise into the air and turn into water vapor gas. Condensation. This is when water vapor in the air cools down and turns back into liquid water. Precipitation. This is when water in the lake, rivers, snow, hail falls falls clouds falls from clouds in the sky. Collection. This is when warmth that falls from the clouds as rain, snow, hail collects into the ocean, river, lakes. Most will infiltrate the ground and will collect as underground water. Thank you.
Nice, Siddhant. Siddhant, can you tell me how much percentage of Earth is covered by water? How much percentage of Earth is covered by water? What is the importance of water cycle? Siddhant, what is the importance of water cycle that you have just explained? Can you tell me the term for conversion of water vapors into water? What is that process called? Conversion of water vapors into water. Siddhant? लीव कर दो
My name is Anam Fatima and I am from class 7th. Today I am going to represent you a model which is on cleanliness. Let's explore. It is a park where I planted more and more trees. It is the hospital and the hospital should also be cleaned. Now, I will tell you some points on cleanliness. We should always clean our surrounding and we should plant more and more trees. We should aware people to plant more and more trees. Now, in the last, I have only one small request. We should make our city like this. Green city, clean city. Thank you.
Anam,
Yes, ma'am.
good afternoon, Nita. Very well explained. So, can you suggest some steps to keep our city clean?
Ma'am,
Can
can you
you,
please repeat
can
your
you,
voice?
yes,
Ma'am,
yes.
actually,
Can you
ma'am, can you
suggest,
please repeat?
yes, I'm repeating, beta. Can you suggest some steps to keep our city clean?
Ma'am, we can aware people to plant more and more trees. We can plant more trees and we can place some dustbins. We should throw dustbin in the, and we should throw the garbage in the dustbins. That's all.
Can you tell me about the types of waste we are generating?
Ma'am, types of waste. Biodegradable waste and ma'am, non-biodegradable waste.
Okay, what do you mean by biodegradable waste?
Ma'am, the waste which can be composed in the soil.
Do you know anything about 5 hours? Five
Yes,
hours.
ma'am, I have reduced, recycle, refuse,
Reduce, refuse, reuse,
recycle.
repurpose. Very good. Okay, so how plants can keep our earth clean?
Ma'am, actually, the plants are giving most important thing, which is oxygen. And ma'am, through this, we are also generating many waste, and the plants are also generating by transpiration and all.
Transpiration and all. What do you mean by transpiration?
Ma'am, transpiration is the process by which plants leaves water on their leaves.
Leaves water. In liquid form or in paper?
In liquid form.
In liquid form. So, have you heard about decomposers or scavengers?
Yes, ma'am. I have heard scavengers are the types of animals like vulture, jackal. They are the types of animals who helps in reducing the wastes in our earth on our
How,
earth.
how they help in reducing waste?
Ma'am, many animals eat. Many animals are herbivorous, carnivorous. These types of animals are carnivorous, but they do not eat the living living animal or any human being. They eat the dead animal or human being.
on any type of uh,
And how non biodegradable waste can be decomposed, sorry, disposed?
harm.
How non biodegradable waste can be disposed?
Sorry, Tanvir.
Do you know what is biodegradable, non biodegradable waste?
Ma'am, yes, the waste which cannot be decomposed in the water. Oh, sorry, soil. The soil.
Very good, beta.
Ma'am, can I leave the class?
Yes, I think you can.
Okay, ma'am. Have a good day.
And hello, my dear friends. Myself, Bhumi Jain from class 7th A. Today, I am representing a science model based on fertilization in plants. Did you know what is fertilization? On reaching the stigma, pollen grains pollen grains extend into a thin pollen tube, which goes through the style and reaches the ovary and enters in the ovule. It contains two male gametes, one of which fuses with the female gamete. The process of fusion of male and female gamete is known as fertilization. What happened after fertilization? After fertilization, the fertilized egg called zygote grows into the embryo. It has two parts. The shoot forming part is known as plumule and the root forming part is known as radicle. Ovary grows into the fruit and other parts of the flower fall off. Ovule develop into the seed. Now, what is seed and fruit? Seed is a matured ovule that contain embryo and stored food. It is enclosed by seed coat formed by two coverings. Fruit. Fruit is a seed-bearing structure of flowering plant. Actually, the ovary is the fruit and the ovule are the seeds. It fruits can be fleshy and juicy or dry and hard. Oranges, apples, mango are example of fleshy and juicy fruits, whereas almonds and walnuts are example of dry and hard fruits. Thank you.
Okay, very well explained, Bhumi. Bhumi, yes, beta. Very well explained. Now, what is the result of fertilization? Beta, I think you are mute. Unmute yourself. Just a minute. Hanji beta Bhumi, what is the result of fertilization? Beta, you are not audible to me. Yeah? Chat box में लिख दो. Okay, beta, you can write your answers in chat box.
Bhumi, try one more time. You are not audible. Bhumi, you can send your answer in the chat box to Monica ma'am. If you're not able to unmute, then send your answer in the chat box to Monica ma'am.
Okay. Bhumi, next question is name the process which takes place before fertilization. Pollination, right. What is the result of fusion of male and female gamete? Okay, okay. It leads to form. Okay. Next question is, I can see you have shown synergids and antipodals in your diagram, in your model. So what is the role of synergids?
This is Kanisha Gupta from class 7A. Today I am going to represent my science project. I have prepared a water clock. A water clock is a timepiece by which time is measured by the regulated flow of liquid into or out from a vessel, and where the amount is then measured. Water clock are one of the most oldest time measuring instrument. Experiment, I am going to show you how the old time used to measure the time. As you all know, there are so many ways to measure the time. So I am using here one glass which I fill it up with a water, and nearly about 60 seconds for glass empty.
Okay, Kanisha, you very well explained your model. So, can you tell that when and where it was first used, the water clock?
Ma'am, Egypt. It is invented by the Romans.
Yes, Romans.
Ma'am, in 14 BCE.
Right, right. So, are there other ways to measure time?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. There are so many ways to measure the time, ma'am. In the old time, there are sundial and water clock, ma'am. But in this time, ma'am, there are clock. There are very modern technologies to measure the time,
So, what is the other name for your water clock?
ma'am.
Is there any other name?
Clespidra.
You know everything about your water clock. So, tell me one more question. How much percentage of Earth is covered by water?
Ma'am, 21%.
21%. So, can you
Ma'am,
explain? Okay. Can you explain the working of your model?
yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, in this I have used, ma'am.
Yes, beta.
Ma-
You are
Ma'am, am
audible
I
to me.
audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am. In this experiment, I have used a 1 glass of water along with the some pinch of color to make the water visible. So, ma'am, this is the very oldest time to thing to measure the time. So, I have used here a glass which I fill it with the water and make a hole through which water passes in. So, ma'am, when I put the water in the glass and the water is out. Flows out from a hole. It takes about 60 seconds, 1 minute to the glass empty and to the beaker fill.
Okay, beta. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All my teachers and my lovely friends. Today, I, Aditya Vasisht of class 7th A of your school, is here to explain you that what is water cycle, how the process take place. As we all know that water cycle is essential for our life. The cycle starts when water on the surface is transpirated and evaporated. Transpiration means when water from the soil is absorbed by the root and transported from the leaves in the form of water vapor through stomata. On the other hand, evaporation means when water from rivers and lakes get evaporated. Then water collects in the form of water vapor in the sky. The water vapor gets cold. This makes it cloud through the process of condensation. Then water fall from the clouds in the form of rain or snow by the process of precipitation and run off from the surface. The cycle takes place in the atmosphere by the same process again and again. I hope you would like my presentation and pay me regards. Thank you.
Aditya, your model was looking beautiful and very well explained.
Thank you,
So,
ma'am.
okay, beta. So, can you tell me why water is called wonder liquid? Why water is called wonder liquid? Beta, unmute yourself. Yes, Aditya. Am
Ma'am,
I
I,
audible to you?
ma'am,
Am I audible to you, beta?
ma'am, yes, ma'am, you are audible. Ma'am, what is your question?
Why water is called wonder liquid?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, water is called wonder liquid because it is used by almost all living beings. In science, it is also called universal solvent due to high dipole and high dielectric constant.
Can you turn on your video, beta?
Ma'am, my video is
Okay. Now you are visible. Okay. So, name the phenomena which are involved in water cycle.
ma'am,
Phenomena or processes that are involved in water
ma'am,
cycle.
ma'am, they are main four.
four processes in the water cycle: transpiration, evaporation, condensation, and precipitation.
Okay. What do you mean by condensation?
Ma'am, condensation is a process in which the water collects in the cloud and if ma'am, then water collects in the form of water vapor in the sky. Then water collects in the form of water vapor. The water gets cold. Then this make it cloud through the process of condensation.
Okay. Name some sources of fresh water.
Ma'am, sources of fresh water. Ma'am, rivers. Ma'am, lakes.
Okay, beta. What is transpiration?
Ma'am, transpiration means when water from the soil is absorbed by the roots and transported from the leaves in the form of water vapor through stomata.
What is the use of transpiration in plants?
Ma'am, it helps it helps plants to make their food and helps to grow.
How transpiration helps in making food?
Ma'am, it helps with sun. Ma'am, the sunlight.
Okay, beta. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
In class 7th of Little Flowers Public School, Secondary branch. The title of my project is Photosynthesis and Transpiration. Now, what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process by which green plants make their own food. Photosynthesis is made up of two words, photo and synthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means to make. During photosynthesis, green plants prepare complex organic food substances using simple inorganic compounds like carbohydrates are synthesized by carbon dioxide from air and water from soil. Now, what is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water by the leaves and other aerial parts of the plants into the air. It occurs through stomata. To demonstrate the transpiration in plants, I am showing you an activity. First, I will take a well-watered plant and now I will cover it with a polythene bag. Now I will keep it in sunlight for half an hour. After half an hour, there are some water droplets in the inner surface of the polythene bag from where they have appeared. They have appeared by the condensation of water vapor that has been evaporated from the leaves. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Vani. Okay, beta.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
demonstrated the process of transpiration very
Yes.
nicely. Now my question to you is, I think you have heard about that transpiration is called necessary evil. Have you heard about this statement?
No.
Okay, चलो
No.
चलने का कोई बात नहीं. Now, can you tell me what are the raw materials for photosynthesis?
Carbon dioxide and water are the raw materials
Carbon dioxide and
which are
very good,
needed.
very good. And
Water.
what are the products? What are the products which are formed in photosynthesis?
Carbon, oxygen and glucose is made.
Do you know the formula of glucose? Chemical formula of glucose?
Yes. Carbon dioxide plus water equal plus sunlight plus chlorophyll is equals to glucose plus oxygen.
So, how photosynthesis helps in controlling air pollution?
Can you repeat this question?
How photosynthesis helps in controlling air pollution?
Uh, uh, During the process of photosynthesis, plants make oxygen and release oxygen in the air. It also absorbs carbon dioxide. If there is so much carbon dioxide in the air, it can cause global warming. So it protects our air and our earth also.
What is global warming?
Global warming.
Average increase
Global
in the
warming.
average increase in the temperature
Global
of Earth. Okay.
due to the carbon dioxide gas.
Yes, due to the greenhouse effect. Okay, and CO2 gas is responsible for this. So, what are the conditions which are required for photosynthesis?
Chlorophyll, amount of chlorophyll and sunlight, carbon dioxide and water.
Chlorophyll and sunlight. So, can you tell me where stomata are present on leaves?
It
On
is
which side
present
of the
in
leaf?
the it is present under the surface of the leaf.
Lower side. Okay. Thank you, beta. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day.
And I am student of class 7B. I want to present a small presentation on pollution. What is a pollution? Is a mixing of harmful substances to natural substance like water, air, and land. There are four types of pollution: water pollution, land pollution, and air pollution, and noise pollution. Water pollution mainly occur because of industry throw their waste through pipes into the water and it pollutes the water. Land water occur because of land, because through people throw non biodegradable things on the land and it gets contaminated and it is polluted. Or air pollution is occurred because the factory produces high amount of harmful gases in the air and it contaminates the air and make it polluted. Noise pollution occurs when high amount of volume is released by something and it can hurt your ear also. Do you know about acid rain? It occurs because when SO2 or NO2 means sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide releases to air and mixed with water and oxygen, it contaminates the rainwater clouds and the acid rain occurs. Thank you.
They nicely explained. Dave, good afternoon, beta. Explained your model very nicely. So, what do you mean by non-biodegradable substances?
Non-biodegradable substances are those substances which are not decomposed into the soils.
Not decomposed into the soil.
Soil.
So, what we can do for disposing non-biodegradable substances so that they don't create pollution?
We should throw them into their dustbin, which are of color blue. They go to factories, which factories decompose and recycle them. which can be used by again and again, which they will not pollute the earth.
How can we control air pollution?
We by growing plants and by have by using public transports,
Yes.
and not by if we go to short distance, we should choose walking or cycling, and this
Very
that's all.
good. Very good. So, how much decibel of sound can affect our ears? What do you mean by noise pollution?
When something produce sound which is higher or in rate, which can hurt your ear also.
And what are the main causes of water pollution?
Factories which throw their waste, and sewages which are thrown into water, which which makes it dirty, and people wash their clothes in in lakes, rivers, etc. Bas.
How we can dispose biodegradable waste safely?
By throwing them in green dustbin, and throw if we throw them into soil, after some time it will decompose and make soil fertile.
Thank you, beta. Very good.
Of class 7th B of Little Flowers Public School, Yamuna Vihar. Today I prepared a tape dispenser made up of waste items like cardboard, empty pen refill, and a blade. It is a suitable example of waste to wonder. My father helped me in fixing this blade. I hope that it works for a long time, and my friends also get encouraged to make such types of things from this. Let's see how it works. It works like a regular tape dispenser, which costs 100 rupees, but I made it free of cost. Thank you.
Maulik.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, beta. Good afternoon. Okay. So, you have used all the waste material in your model?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What are the different types of waste materials or waste generated by us?
Ma'am, something just we purchased online shopping, ma'am, that gives us cardboard and we throw it away from us, and ma'am, many more things.
Which type of waste is recycled?
Ma'am, like plastic, glass, etc.
What do you call these kind of wastes?
Ma'am, non-biodegradable waste.
Sorry?
Ma'am, non-biodegradable waste.
Non-biodegradable waste. Okay. Uh, have you heard about 5 hours? 5 hours to prevent pollution.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Can you suggest some ways to prevent uh, generation of waste material?
Ma'am, just ma'am, ma'am, one minute. When we have a pen and it will get empty, we will refill it by purchasing a refill.
So basically, you can reuse it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other way? Any other way from your daily life in which you are using or in which you are preventing the generation of waste material? Any example from your daily life?
When we use plastic bottles in our daily life, we can use them in making some models from it and home decoration kits for it.
So basically, you can reduce, refuse, and reuse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are 3 hours, and 2 more hours are also there. Chalo beta. Okay then. Thank you.
My name is Riddhi Kaushik and I am from Little Florians Public Senior Secondary School, Shivaji Park, and today I am going to show you food adulteration project. And first I am going to test tea leaves, for which we need some tea leaves and a glass of cold water. So at first I am going to pour this tea leaves into this water. And now I am going to mix it well. So now as we can see that there is no color change, it means that our tea leaves are not pure or it has been used once time. So now we are going to test green peas. So for testing green peas, we need some green peas and water. So we are going to put some green peas into this water. And now we have to wait for 30 minutes. Now after 30 minutes, as we can see that there is no color change, it defines that our green peas are totally pure, and if the color will change, it means that the green peas are dipped into some green color for their green and shiny color. So now I am going to test salt. For testing salt, we need some salt, some lemon juice and a potato. So at first I am going to cut this potato in two halves. So after cutting it, at first I am going to put some salt, a pinch of salt. And now we have to wait for a minute. So now we are going to put 2 drops of lemon juice in it. One, two. So now its color doesn't change, which means that our salt is 100% iodine, that it contains, which states that our salt is iodinized and it contains iodine. So now for the third experiment, we need turmeric, lemon juice and water. We are going to put 3 drops of lemon juice, and almost 5 drops of water. And now we are going to mix it well. And now we have to wait for a while. So now the color of turmeric doesn't change, which means that our turmeric is pure, and which means that our peas, our salt and our turmeric is pure, but our tea leaves are not pure. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Riddhi.
Good afternoon.
Yes, better you explained your model very well.
Thank you, ma'am.
So, do you know why food adulteration is done?
Ma'am, yes, food adulteration is done to check the purity of food that we are using.
Food adulteration. Why
Ma'am,
is it done?
adulteration,
Yes.
adulteration is the mixing of some substance that is not good for our health, but still they are mixed in some food products to make it look like pure. And if we done these some activities, then we can check that it has that pure impurity that we should not take.
Yes. For financial gains. Okay. What are the different types of adulterants? Can you categorize adulterants?
No, ma'am, sorry.
Uh, can you name some commonly used adulterants in food items?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, like before using tea leaves, we can pour some tea leaves into water and let them rest for some time, and then we can check that the tea leaves are pure or not. We can do the same thing with the apple. We can take a blade, shaving blade, and just scratch on the upper surface of apple very lightly. And if it has some white covering, then it shows that it has a wax polish.
Okay, beta. Name the instrument to check purity of milk.
Ma'am, purity of milk. Ma'am, it
There is an
defines
instrument for it. Can you name it? Okay, lactometer.
lactometer.
Lactometer
Okay.
is used to check the purity of milk. Okay. What is added in milk as adulterant?
Ma'am, please repeat it.
What is added in milk as adulterant?
Ma'am, we add some lemon juice.
In milk,
Ma'am, yes, I have seen the video.
lemon juice in milk. Okay. But it will make paneer. Lemon juice in milk.
I don't know, ma'am, but it's to show something checking in milk, like it's calcium quantity and other things also.
Milkman used to add starch or water as a filtering. Okay, why doctors advise us to take iodized salt? Why we are
Ma'am,
advised to take iodized salt?
ma'am, yes, ma'am, doctor advised to take iodized salt because
Okay, tell me what is
to
added
prevent
in
us
honey?
from
Honey as
to
an
prevent us.
adulterant.
Huh?
Anji beta?
Ma'am, to prevent us of our chloride, because if we doesn't eat iodized salt, then we can have chloride. It's a disease name.
Waiter.
Ma'am, yes.
Thank you, beta.
Okay, ma'am. Right.
Dear teachers, my name is Ayush Jain from 7th F. My school name is Little Flower Public Senior Secondary School, Shivaji Park. My model name is Winterbind and theme is energy. These three lights is located on street and one light is located on in house. And wind controlled fan. When electricity is generated from fan, electricity is going to bulb. So let's I test you how electricity is going from bulb fan to bulb. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, beta. Very well explained.
Thank
So,
you, ma'am.
Ayush. Okay, Ayush, what do you mean by energy?
Ma'am, ma'am, energy of different types.
What are the different types of energy?
Ma'am, first type is kinetic energy.
Kinetic energy.
And ma'am, solar energy.
Okay. And what is the ultimate source of energy?
Ma'am,
Ultimate source of energy.
ma'am, example, lights, fan.
Okay, solar energy is the ultimate source. Okay, how your wind turbine is working? Can you explain?
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, when the air comes, ma'am, when air comes through wind turbine and the wings of wind turbine are rotating, and wind turbine make a mechanical energy.
What are the advantages of wind energy?
Ma'am, advantage. Ma'am, windmill is used for pumping.
Pumping what?
Ma'am, pumping के लिए use.
Pumping water?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, pumping water. And ma'am, windmill used for where lights come. मैम जहाँ पे लाइट्स कम वहाँ पे भी यूज किया जाता है ताकि वहाँ पे लाइट्स आए. मैम फार्मर में भी यूज किया जाता है, फार्मिंग में, माउंटेन्स पे भी. मैम कटिंग स्टोन.
Can you name some wind power farms in India? I mean, where they are located in India?
Ma'am, on mountain.
Is there any special requirement for setting up wind power farms?
Ma'am, grinding grain.
What better?
Ma'am, grinding grain.
What?
Ma'am, grinding grain.
Okay, what do you mean by kinetic energy?
Ma'am,
what do you mean by wind
energy is a
kinetic
energy of motion. Ma'am, your voice is cutting. Ma'am, kinetic energy is a energy of motion. Ma'am, kinetic energy are of 5 types.
Energy of motion.
Ma'am, kinetic energy of five types.
Five types.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you explain?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first is
Can you tell me
radiant.
about the five types of kinetic energy?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, first is thermal energy, and ma'am, second is sound, third is electrical, and fourth is mechanical, and fifth is radiant.
Okay, beta. Thank you.
Okay, welcome, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
From class 8 Little Flower Public School. Today I am going to show you the working model of kidneys and also going to explain you about kidneys. Human body is a complex structure. In this model I am going to explain you about human excretory system. It consists two ureters, two kidneys, a urethra and a urinary bladder. The kidneys are two bean-shaped organs. As you can see in my model that the kidneys are two bean-shaped organ. I have used these two bottles to represent the kidneys. These two pipes are to represent the ureters. This bottle to represent the urinary bladder. Actually, the kidney consists thousands of nephrons. When the blood passes through these nephrons, it removes the blood from water and other unwanted salts. The liquid left in kidneys is yellowish in color. It goes to urinary bladder through two thin tubes called ureters. Here the kidneys, the urine passes through two tubes called ureters to the urinary bladder from kidneys. So we can see that kidneys are very important organ of the body. So drink plenty water to keep your kidneys fit and healthy. Thank you.
Soumya. Good afternoon, beta.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Demonstrated your model very well. So,
Thank you.
what do you mean by excretory system?
Ma'am, excretory system is it consists of urinary bladder, ureters, urethra means uh,
Okay, what is the role of excretory system in our body?
excretory ma'am, it filters the water from the blood.
It filters.
Water from the blood.
Name the functional unit of kidney. What is the functional unit?
Nephrons. Nephrons.
Nephrons. Okay. Do you know about the composition of urine?
Um, ma'am, no.
What? Can you tell me about the role of kidneys?
It filters the blood.
Filters blood.
The blood.
And it maintains ionic balance in our body. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What is the role of urinary bladder?
It stores urine.
It stores urine.
Urine.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Do you know how much blood is filtered daily by our kidneys?
About half cup.
Half cup blood is filtered.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you name the blood vessel which brings dirty blood into kidney?
Mm, ma'am, I don't know.
What will happen if one kidney of a human being is damaged? One kidney.
Ma'am, the second kidney will filter the blood very slowly.
And what happens if both the kidneys get damaged?
uh, Waste products starts accumulating in the body. These waste products are toxic and may cause death.
They will affect our body. Okay, beta.
Body.
Thank you, beta.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can I leave the class?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Shika from class 8th. I am a student of Little Flowers International School. Today I am going to present a model related to our health and its name is lungs. To make this model we need certain things. First of all, I would like to tell you about our respiratory system. The respiratory system is the network of our organ and tissues that help us to breathe. So the question comes in our mind is, what is the function of respiratory system? The function of respiratory system is it protects us from dust, sound production and gases, etc. So let's start our model. To make this model we need a plastic bottle, two straws, scissors, three balloons and hot glue guns. When we join these things our model look like this. We have to blow air and push it from our back. When we push it, our inner balloons start moving. Our lungs is also move like that. Thank you and have a great day.
Good afternoon, Vanchika. Okay, beta.
Good afternoon.
Yes, you explained your model very well. So, Vanchika, what are the parts of respiratory system? Name the parts of respiratory system. Vanchika, am I audible to you? Vanchika, Vanchika, beta, am I audible to you? Okay, what is the role of lungs? Beta, you can write your answers in chat box. Vanchika, if you can hear me, then
My audio
you...
is not connected.
Vanchika, am I audible to you? Unmute yourself. Vanchika. Okay, beta, you can write your answers in chat box to Monica Dikshit ma'am. Okay. So name the different parts of respiratory system. Any three part.
Ma'am, nose, mouth, voice box,
Okay, beta.
windpipe.
Do aquatic animals also have lungs, or do they
Ma'am,
have some other organ in place of lungs?
ma'am, some have.
Some have. Okay. Name those some organisms. Okay, Vanchika, where does the exchange of gases take place in lungs? Vanchika, where does the exchange of gases take place in lungs? But you can write your answer in chat box to Monica Dikshit ma'am. Vanchika? Yes, okay. Vanchika, where does the exchange of gases takes place in lungs? Okay, beta Vanchika, thank you.
Today I am showing explain the science project that is homemade air cooler. Now of project we have arranged this material: battery connector, switch, DC motor, one empty plastic container, one small plastic empty container, hot glue gun, shoulder, Fevicol, and sketch pen. Let's begin. Basic working principle of air cooler is water absorb and heat and absorb the heat energy to and lose air temperature. It work as humid condition. It evaporate and slow during in humid condition. It mean air cooler work with 9-volt battery, key, plastic bottle, economic and environmental friendly. It blow air from top and exit from here like this. So thank so that mean air cooler work. Thank you.
Piyush. Good afternoon, beta. Okay, very well explained. So, can you explain the principle behind your cooler, homemade cooler?
Basic principle of air cooler is water evaporate to cool air and absorb heat energy and lower air temperature.
Okay. Do you know the principle behind or phenomena behind the desert cooler? Or is it the same like the cooler which you have made? Okay. Can you tell me why we should make this cooler, homemade cooler, instead of using that desert cooler? What are the advantages of this cooler over desert cooler?
It uses less electricity.
Less electricity. Okay, can you make it bigger version? Will it be effective in room?
Yes.
It will be effective like desert cooler?
No.
Why is it so? But you have used battery in your model. What?
It does not give cool air.
Okay. Okay, but you have used battery in your cooler.
Yes.
Of how many volt?
9 volt.
9 volt. And for how long it will run? How long you can run your cooler on single battery that is of 9 volt?
3 to 4 days.
3 to 4 days continuously.
No.
It okay. So that's what I'm asking, for how long you can run. If you want to run it continuously, then how long it will run over a 9 volt battery?
1 day.
1 day. Okay, beta. Thank you, beta.
Good afternoon, ma'am,
Good
and
afternoon.
welcome
Have a
to our
nice day.
respected principal, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Please continue with your proceeding.
वॉइस ही नहीं आ रही. इसका कोई साउंड नहीं है. बताओ. तो नेक्स्ट ओपन करके रखना पड़ेगा ना. शेयर करो. शेयर कर दो दूसरे.
Parul ma'am, are you waiting for something?
नहीं सर, I am just starting. Actually, that student was absent. We were just playing his video.
Fine, ma'am. How many are left in this session?
Good afternoon, Kirti.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, beta, you have shown your models preparation and working in point detailing.
Yes, ma'am.
Voice echo. Okay, beta.
Ma'am, can I switch off my video? Ma'am, there is some network issue.
Okay, beta. Fine. Okay, can you explain the working of your model?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, the holder or the box that is on the top contains the candies.
अच्छा तभी
When we push
पारुल
the
मैम से
button,
क्लास लेली
Harshit. Okay, beta. Carry
ma'am,
on.
when we push the button, only one candy will
Ma'am, ma'am, one candy will drop it from the box and we will take it.
Okay. What are the materials which you have used in your model?
Ma'am, I have used it cardboard. Ma'am,
Cardboard. But don't
I have used
unmute.
cardboard, ma'am, scissor, glue gun.
So cardboard was
Okay, ma'am.
waste generated in your
Glue
home,
gun,
or
ma'am, sketch
the
pen,
card?
and ma'am, yes, it is waste.
Okay. So what are the types of waste that we generate?
Ma'am, we can generate, ma'am, papers from newspapers.
What are the different types of waste that we generate?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, like empty bottles of plastic bottles, empty plastic bottles.
Okay, you can categorize waste into two categories: biodegradable and
Yes, ma'am.
non-biodegradable. Okay.
Okay,
So what do you mean by biodegradable waste?
ma'am, the waste that can decompose easily is known as biodegradable waste.
And what about non-biodegradable?
Ma'am, non-biodegradable waste are the waste that cannot be decomposed easily, and it takes millions of years to decompose, such as plastic.
Okay, so how you will prevent generation of these kind of waste?
Ma'am, by using empty plastic bottles for decorating our house, and ma'am, we can use bangles, plastic bangles for making pan holder.
So basically, you can reuse.
Reuse it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you heard about 5 R's to save our environment?
No, ma'am.
Have you heard about decomposers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What is the role of decomposers in our environment?
Ma'am, they decompose the biodegradable materials into compost.
What are the advantages of your candy vending machine?
Ma'am, it is easy to maintain. It saves time. Ma'am, no technical knowledge is needed. And ma'am, no employment is needed.
Is there any other way which we can use it
Yes,
for any
ma'am.
other purpose?
Ma'am, we can use it in COVID-19 also for distributing masks and the bottles of sanitizers.
Very good. Okay, beta. Thank you.
Welcome. Ma'am, have a nice day.
You too have a nice day, beta.
Good morning teachers and hello my dear friends. I am Harshit Rathore of class 8th and today I am going to show you my science exhibition model which is a soundproof box. I have made this model using certain materials like a normal box, some foam sheets and a scissor and a Fevicol. Now I am showing to you how to paste this this foam into this box. Firstly, I have taken the size of this one portion and I will normally just paste it into the inner side. And you have also to paste the rest of the sheets according to this method into the inner side. Now I will be showing you. Now our soundproof box is ready and you can take its overlook. I have filled the forms inside it and it's complete, and now I will show you my voice from inside this box, and then you will be able to compare my voices outside this box and from inside this box. And now the voice which you are hearing is from inside my soundproof box which I made, and you will be able now to compare my voice from inside this box and from outside this box. And this was my project. Hope you like it. And here my project is done. I have just wrapped it along with a green sheet, and you can take its overlook for more help.
Harshit, good afternoon, beta.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
It's very well explained. Okay, so what do you mean by sound?
Ma'am, soundproof box helps in soundproofing the voice which we are using to record. It prevents the background noise from our neighbor or anywhere else. It stops the micro voices which comes from outside and stores the heavy voices.
Can you name some sound absorbent materials?
Ma'am, foams, rough surfaces are some of the sound absorbing materials.
Have you seen use of these kind of sound absorbent materials in your daily life and
Ma'am,
practical
yeah.
situations? Okay, where?
Ma'am, in some rooms they are fitted with rough surfaces to soundproof like in labs and many other places.
In cinema halls
Yes,
also.
ma'am.
Okay. So why we need to do it? Why we need to use sound absorbent materials?
Ma'am, because it prevents the outside voices and helps to get to record only our voice.
So is there any specific features like what kind of materials that can be used as sound absorbent?
Ma'am, foam is used because it is fitted with small holes which absorbs the linear sounds inside it and the heavy sounds are recorded as I showed.
What do you mean by sound?
Ma'am, sound is a current shaking of air which we can hear.
Is there any kind of pollution that is created by sound?
Ma'am, yes, very high frequency sound can harm our ears, like the the voice of approximately 90 more than 90 decibels can harm our ears.
Can you give some name to this kind of pollution?
Ma'am, these are sound pollution and its examples are loud music in weddings, blowing horn uselessly.
Okay, but noise pollution. Okay. So can you suggest some ways to prevent this pollution?
Ma'am, to not blow horns, not wear, not ma'am, not to use loud music after 10 o'clock, and the voice of more than 90 decibel is prohibited. Uh, ma'am, yes.
What is the use of your sound box, soundproof box?
Ma'am, by same key. Ma'am, this prevents the outside. Ma'am, this prevents the background noises to
Beta,
come
thank
inside
you.
the microphone.
Thank you, beta. Very good.
Thanks to all management members for their gracious presence at this Vigyan Pradarshini. And now I would request Principal Ma'am, respected Principal Ma'am and respected Rohit Sir to please say some words.
Okay, good afternoon, students, teachers, and parents. Welcome in the virtual platform. All participants. How many students have you participated, Vanika?
51.
Hmm?
51 students.
Yes.
51 students.
151 in second level.
51 students in the science and mathematics.
Ma'am, in science. Science.
51 in the science and maths, both. And
Ma'am,
maths.
51 in second level of science.
Parul ma'am. Today there are 95 students and more than 200 students participated in today's science virtual exhibitions. It's very wonderful achievements of the Little Flower School. और जितने बच्चों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है उस काफी कुछ कम ही बच्चों को मैं सुन पाई हूँ, तो इनके वीडियोस और जो हैं उनको स्क्रीन शेयर करके या बीच में मुझे आप सेंड करें, मैं इनको देखूंगी जरूर कि बच्चों ने कैसा वर्क किया है। और कुछ बच्चों का देखा है, नव्या जैन में देख रही थी अभी, काफी बच्चों ने बहुत ही एक आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस शो की है। ओरल सेशन भी उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छे दिए। एक लगा कि वर्चुअल जो प्लेटफॉर्म था, तो फिजिकल प्लेटफॉर्म तो बेस्ट रहता ही है, उसको मैं बिल्कुल नहीं बोलूंगी वो बेस्ट नहीं है, बिल्कुल बेस्ट है, क्योंकि फेस एक्सप्रेशन, बॉडी एक्सप्रेशन, पर्सनैलिटी का, उससे बहुत काफी ट्रेट्स होते हैं उसके अंदर। तो अगर हम ऐसा भी, मैं इसको फेवर इसलिए करना चाहूंगी, पैंडेमिक पीरियड है और वर्चुअल हम कभी ऐसा कोई प्रॉब्लम्स कोई किसी तरह का भी रहे, हम उसमें यूज कर सकते हैं नेक्स्ट ईयर जब स्कूल ओपन होता है। तो हम समर हॉलीडेज में, विंटर हॉलीडेज में, तो हम जो कई बार इनका समर वेकेशन का होमवर्क चेक करते हैं, मॉडल सी प्रिपेयर करते हैं बच्चे, तो हम इसमें वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म जरूर यूज करेंगे, डेफिनेटली यूज करेंगे स्कूल अथॉरिटीज के अंदर। और अब टीचर्स को प्रैक्टिस हो गई है, बच्चों को भी प्रैक्टिस हो गई है, और मुझे लगा काफी बेनिफिट भी है। अगर एक बच्चे को हम स्कूल में टाइम नहीं मैं दे पाती, उसके बाद ड्यूरेशन ऑफ टाइम अगर हमने उसको 3 मिनट्स का दिया, 3 to 5 मिनट्स, अगर मैं एक थोड़ा सा फोकस करना है बच्चे पे, तो मैं इसको 10 to 12 मिनट्स भी दे सकती हूँ। तो काफी बेनिफिट रहा है। साइंस जो टेक्नोलॉजी जो आज हम मॉडल बना रहे हैं, इसी ने डिजिटल जो था सबको हमको हेल्प भी किया है, वर्चुअल भी किया है, और हमारी स्टडी जो हमारा नॉलेज स्टैंडिंग थी उस सबको इंक्रीज किया है इसमें काफी हद तक। लेकिन फिर भी कुछ बच्चे ऐसे हैं जो इतना ज्यादा अच्छा जो नहीं पार्टिसिपेट कर पा रहे या स्टडी को अच्छा नहीं कर पा रहे, तो लेकिन सारे ही बच्चों के लिए स्कूल एक आना बहुत जरूरी है। क्योंकि हम बहुत ज्यादा एक एज ए टीचर फिजिकली मैं इसको बहुत फेवर भी नहीं कर सकती, लेकिन फिर भी हमने साइंस एग्जीबिशन कराया स्कूल में। हर साल साइंस एग्जीबिशन होता है स्कूल में, बच्चे पार्टिसिपेट करते हैं। तो इसका एडवांटेज ये हो सकता है कि 3 या 4 डेज हम वर्चुअल जो है काफी बच्चों को फोकस कर सकते हैं अगर स्कूल ओपन होगा, जिसमें हम 100 स्टूडेंट या एग्जिट हम शो करते हैं, तो इसमें कम से कम थाउजेंड्स भी कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को पार्टिसिपेट कराया जा सकता है, जिसमें ऐसे पारुल टीचर हैं, वनिका है, सोनाली है और कीर्ति है। आप लोग सब अपने बच्चे सेलेक्ट करके उनका ओरल सेशन लेके वीडियो आप शेयर कर सकते हैं। तो ये सबसे एक नया एक वे हमें मिल गया इसमें, जो एक डिजिटल का था, तो काफी इसमें बेनिफिट भी बहुत है कि बच्चा जो है अपने जो आइडियाज को स्कूल में कई बार शेयर नहीं कर पाता, टीचर के पास टाइम कम है और बच्चे की पीरियड्स हैं, तो मैं डेफिनेटली इस प्लेटफॉर्म को यूज करूंगी मैं नेक्स्ट ईयर में। और मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा, बच्चों ने बड़ा अच्छा प्रिपेयर किया है, और शायद कुछ टीचर्स ने भी इनको प्रिपेयर कराया होगा, लेकिन काफी अच्छी गाइडलाइंस मिली है लगता है, बहुत अच्छा उनके पेरेंट्स ने दिया है। तो एक हमने जो लास्ट हमने फेब के बाद एग्जाम स्टार्ट होने वाले हैं, पूरे ईयर में इतने सेलिब्रेशन किए, जो फाउंडेशन डे से स्टार्ट हुए, आज डे से स्टार्ट हुआ वन महोत्सव नेशनल सेलिब्रेशन, लेकिन लास्ट हमने जो पूरी साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी को आज वेलकम किया है और उसको थैंक्स किया है, साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी में डिजिटल ने जो किया है, तो वो आज हम साइंस को हम थैंक यू कर रहे हैं। वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पे ये साइंस एग्जीबिशन लिटिल फ्लावर लगाया जो, तो इस साइंस एग्जीबिशन विज्ञान प्रदर्शनी से आप सबका जो एक मेंटल या फिजिकल जो ग्रोथ है वो सब नजर आ रहे हैं, और सब बच्चों ने बहुत ही आउटस्टैंडिंग परफॉर्मेंस दी है। तो आप सबको ऑल द बेस्ट, और आपको इनकी सबके मार्क्स भी मिलेंगे आपकी सब्जेक्ट इंग्लिश एक्टिविटीज के अंदर, इंग्लिश में, मैथ में और साइंस में, और इम्प्रूव भी कर सकते हैं हम नेक्स्ट ईयर। आप और इसको ट्राई करिए और इम्प्रूव करिए, सोशल साइंस में, इंग्लिश में, मैथ्स में, हर जगह आप अलग अलग एग्जिट्स को यूज कर सकते हैं। तो वर्चुअल में डेफिनेटली हम अलग अलग उसमें सब्जेक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग एडिट करा के करेंगे, और आर्ट इंटीग्रेटेड हमारी लर्निंग भी है, प्रोजेक्ट भी है, वो भी हम लेंगे नेक्स्ट ईयर। वो वर्चुअल लेंगे, वर्चुअल टूर है हमारे, जैसे सिक्किम का है या असम का है, सोशल साइंस में हम कर सकते हैं। तो बहुत ही एक अच्छा डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म हमें मिल चुका है, तो हमें इसके लिए साइंस टेक्नोलॉजी को थैंक यू बोलना है। तो आप सब बच्चों ने, टीचर्स ने और पूरे पेरेंट्स ने और हमारा एडमिन डिपार्टमेंट ने, तो सारा क्रेडिट सबको जाता है वर्चुअल प्लेटफॉर्म पर। कल हमारे इसका मेन प्रोग्राम भी है, और उसमें आपके रिजल्ट भी डिक्लेयर करेंगे। तो थैंक्स ऑल एंड ऑल द बेस्ट। और अभी स्कूल आना है, आपने जब स्कूल खोलेंगे तो बिल्कुल बहाना नहीं मारना, और स्कूल आना है सबने, तो स्कूल चलो, आओ पढ़े, स्कूल चलें, फिर दोबारा से पढ़ना है और स्कूल आना है, तो स्कूल आना बहुत जरूरी है। जब आपसे स्कूल में मिलेंगे तो हमें बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा लगेगा।
Thank
थैंक्स,
you, ma'am.
ऑल द बेस्ट।
Thanks a lot, ma'am, for your nice words. Respected sir.
Ma'am, Parul ma'am, shall I end? Parul ma'am,